Gemini, hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, it's your first time here, I'm your host Tina and welcome to my channel. We are doing your weekly tarot. This one is for March 22nd to the 28th. As always, I do like to jump straight into these readings. I pull 2 layers. I'm going to get right into the first layer now. But if you are new and it's your first time watching, if you want to skip these few seconds, there is a link with a timestamp down below in the description. Feel free to click it. It'll bring you straight to the reading. All right, Gemini, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Let's give these a few shuffles and let's see what's happening for you this week. For you, Gemini, March 22nd to the 28th. We are going to stop here. Got the lovely 8 of Swords at the bottom. The Hierophant came out immediately. Boom, boom. You're not sure here, Gemini. 8 of Swords is at the bottom. Difficulty with this. Our thoughts, especially this week, aren't being easy on you. Recent past, we have the Chariot. And the overall energy is the 4 of Swords. I think there's just been movement, changes in the recent past. I think you're also starting to have your eye on some kind of target here, Gemini. And you're really entering this energy of like trying to balance out your emotions so that they work for you and not against you, with the Chariot being in the recent past. You see the 2 Sphinxes, they're 2 different colors. You know, they're to indicate both our spiritual self and our animal nature self, right? So it's like both of these areas, and the way, like, they'll never go anywhere if they're being pulled in opposite directions. So it's getting them to work in alignment with yourself. And these are our emotions. These are our natures. And having them, again, instead of being pulled in opposite directions, aligned, working together symbiotically. Current energy and overall energy is the 4 of Swords. So this is just needing a break, right? After wherever you've come from. Again, it just feels like lots of changes, movement, momentum. And now you're at this place where you got to kind of take a step back here and absorb things, right? You have to, maybe some of you really do need some R&R, like rest and recovery. But it's definitely needing a mental break here, especially with the 8 of Swords being at the bottom. And it's an indication to take it. Take a step back. Take a step back. You know, some of you could be meditating, could be praying, right? Just really trying to make some space right now for what your next move is. Current energy is the Hierophant. This is the situation this week. We got the 2 of Pentacles here. We also have the 9 of Pentacles here. So, of course, you're trying to choose, where do you belong? What do you connect with? What is really part of your identity? What do you want to commit to? What do you want to be loyal to, right? That's the Hierophant. There's a commitment here. There's something here that you've been a part of in a very deep, committed, devoted way. And I think there's conflict when it comes to that now. You know, sometimes a Hierophant can just be a marriage. Obviously, that's something you're very deeply committed to. Sometimes it's a culture, right? Sometimes it's a society. Sometimes it's a religion. All of these things, right? The more something connects with you, the more something resonates with you, the more it feels like you belong, the more you're devoted to it, right? The more you commit to it. My new favorite example would be, if you like this reading and it starts connecting with you and it starts resonating with you, what do then? You hit subscribe, right? Because now you're more devoted to it. You're more loyal to it. Because you're like, hey, this kind of resonates with me. This feels good. It's vibing with me. I kind of feel like we belong here. And so the Hierophant is those things that we're a part of, and we reach a point where we ask ourselves, is it still part of who I am? Is it still something I connect with? Is it still something that resonates with me? And it feels like there is some conflict right now. In the challenge position, we do have the 8 of Wands. Again, maybe things are moving faster than you'd like, and you're like, hey, whoa, step back, time out. All right, it's kind of like that. We're going to know more as we go in and clarify. Where your mind is at and what you're focused on is the 2 of Pentacles. This is you definitely trying to keep balance, trying to maintain balance here, but it's also kind of starting to become like a juggling act, right? Like it's going to become very easy to lose balance. And it's also about being a little bit indecisive. because the Two of Pentacles represents that too. Like, yeah, it's very flexible. Yeah, it's very adaptable, but it's indecisive, right? It's weighing options back and forth, right? Your approach right now is also the Four of Cups. So we have both the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups. These both indicate to me that it's really a time to take a step back and just kind of absorb things, figure things out, take a break, you know, really see what you have, what you want, what's important. Where do you really belong with the Hierophant? You know, the Four of Cups can also indicate us just being not happy with what's in front of us anymore, right? It's not to say that there's anything wrong with what's in front of us, but it's just, there's something about it that's discontent that's associated with it. But I feel with the Four of Cups and the Four of Swords, more than anything, is you kind of taking a break and a step back to like feel things out, feel yourself out, and to know where you stand and where do you go next. In the environment, we got this Five of Wands, right? Boom. Conflict, competition, discord, disagreement. Everybody's got an opinion and nobody's really listening. You know, you got these characters here, just different beliefs, different backgrounds here. Discord, right? Not feeling like we're on the same emotional wavelength, not at all. And then coming towards you is the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, maybe it's independence. Maybe we go single here. Maybe we go solo here. Or we remove ourselves from something that we were a big part of. At the least, it's a beautiful energy of self-reliance, saying you are able to take care of yourself. You don't need anybody. You've earned it yourself. And it's also an invitation to like say, hey, take a moment, enjoy some of the luxuries this life has to offer. Not as a distraction, but more as a dessert, right? Like you deserved it. You did all the hard work. Enjoy it. So no matter how you look at it, it's good to be self-sufficient. It's good to be reliant. But there is an energy here, especially with the Hierophant, that's like maybe you're just going solo when it comes to something that you belong to very deeply. All right, let's clarify for you, Gemini. Let's see. All right, we are going to stop here. Queen of Swords is at the bottom, but I also saw the Two of Wands. So, Ten of Pentacles is here. Yeah. Wow. Some of you are definitely going single or solo. That's without a doubt here. All right, recent past. With the Chariot, we got the Nine of Wands. Again, I just feel like there's a lot of movement. And something here was really testing your energy. And it could have thrown you a little bit off balance. It could have pulled you a little bit in different directions with the Chariot here. But really trying to regain your focus, trying to regain your strength here, especially with the current energy, the overall energy. Clarifying the Four of Swords, we got the Six of Cups. We're taking a break from the past here, something in the past. And even during this break and this time off in a way, I feel like you're like kind of thinking back on the past, being nostalgic, thinking of sweeter times or the good old days. Or there's just a lot of generous, sweet energy that comes to mind in ways. But I just feel like we're taking a break right now from the past. Needing a break, right? Like it's like we need a little bit of rest and recovery from something that's happened in the past. But it's resurfacing, right? Like it is definitely not behind you. Not at all. Current energy, we have the Hierophant with the Ten of Pentacles, right? You know, the Hierophant, I already went into depth about. We got the Ten of Pentacles here as well. And so this is really just thinking about long term, right? What are you going to be loyal to? What are you going to be committed to in the big picture, in the end? Because the Ten of Pentacles is about family. It's about having it all, right? But it's about like how our investments that we make today, how they pay off in the future, right? And I see that you're reconsidering your investments. You're back and forth. And you're confused because in the challenge position, clarifying the Eight of Wands, we also got the Seven of Cups, confusion. confusion, right? You got your head in the clouds a little bit. It's hard to see a little clear right now. It's a little difficult for that. That's why we're needing like a break and a step back. But I think, yeah, something big is going to come through for you, and it's going to like shape this decision. Seven of Cups also asks us, yes, you do have a lot of options. You have a lot of opportunities. You always do. We always do. But it asks us to ask ourselves, is what I really want, is what I really wish, what is actually good for me? So it's about going deeper within ourselves in a way, and asking and questioning our own desires and what motivates them, right? And so that's a little bit in the challenge position. Where your mind is at and what you're focused on, man, you, of course, clarifying that Two of Pentacles, we have the back and forth energy of the indecision. We have the Empress here as well, right? And so the Empress is about nurturing, creating something. It's about healing as well. It's a card of giving birth to an idea, to an actual baby. It's a card about getting pregnant, right? Whether it's, again, pregnant with a creative project, pregnant with a child. But it's about like how good things do take time to develop. And I think you know that, especially with that being your focus. But the Empress is a card of creation and what we want to create. And what do we want to develop and nurture and give all of our attention and time and care to? But the Two of Pentacles is still there, saying we're still indecisive. We still don't know. And I think you know that good things do take time to develop. I don't know if there's a rushed energy here. It doesn't feel like that. In your approach, though, we also have the Tower here with the Four of Cups. So Gemini, I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you want a fresh start. You want like a clean slate. There's the desire, no doubt. But again, I see you taking that step back to kind of just go within, think things through, let them simmer, sit with your thoughts. It's basically what's happening. Is you're sitting with your thoughts. But there is like, I feel like when you take this space and this time out with both the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups, the Tower comes through. Like there's just like an aha moment. I feel like there's just something that you're just going to know that was built on a false foundation, right? Like that's what it kind of feels like. Asking yourself if something was built on a false foundation. Was it always a lie? I mean, probably not that simple ever. But it's, you know, it's those things. The Tower is shocking. It's sudden change. And that's kind of your approach here. Where like something comes through and I think it's just going to cause you to react and it's going to cause you to respond. In your environment, we have more of that conflict energy. Five of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is reevaluating, right? Where are you going to put your energy? Where are you going to invest yourself? Your time, your energy, your resources, anything, whether it's money, whether it's time, the things that we have value and we hold value to. And you're just like, I don't know, some areas it looks like you're going to change direction here, but you're conflicted, right? It's ultimately conflicted, especially with that Two of Pentacles back and forth energy. But honestly, I see the Tower here. I see that something here is going to shake things up, and I think it's going to cause you to react. Like I said, it's going to make you move. There's going to be an empty space here, and there's no choice but to acknowledge it, address it, and keep it moving in a way. And then that being said, I think there's a sudden shift. Back and forth, sudden shift. Boom, what's coming towards you? Clarifying that Nine of Pentacles is the Lovers. Yeah, maybe it's another Gemini that you're with, but there's a single energy with it. I think there's a choice that's made here ultimately, and it's about walking away from a love, a partnership here. If it's not a partnership, it's a crossroads, doesn't matter, and you're just changing paths. That's what it looks like. Change of path here, change of direction here. What you belong to, you're going to remove yourself from, and you're going to go solo and independent here. And I don't think it's a decision that was made lightly with the Lovers, not at all, but it's also about being guided by your higher self. And so I see independence, and I see solo energy, and I see us changing our paths, right? And it can happen very suddenly. Yeah. All right, Gemini, I am going to leave it there for you. Of course, I do hope this reading did resonate. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, like, subscribe. As always, thank you, and I will see you all next week.